Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. What if I told you there are still thousands of them, hiding in plain sight? To understand why this tiny copper coin could change your life, we need to take a quick trip back to 1975. It was a year of transition. America was healing, evolving, and minting coins like every other year. Or so it seemed. But in the middle of this ordinary production run, something extraordinary happened. A tiny batch of Lincoln pennies was released without the usual D or S mint mark.
No Denver.
No San Francisco. Just blank. Imagine showing up to work without a name tag. Now imagine that mistake makes you worth nearly $1 million. That's the kind of error we're dealing with here. Mint marks are critical identifiers. They tell us where a coin was made. And in the world of numismatics, missing one can mean a massive jump in value. But this wasn't just a printing error. It was a glitch in the matrix of U.S. coin production. The Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally didn't use mint marks until 1980, somehow released a small number of these 1975 no-mint mark pennies, with key differences that make them ultra-rare today. And here's where it gets really interesting, because this coin isn't just rare, it's nearly impossible to fake. So what makes this penny command $860,000 in the current market? An authentic 1975 Lincoln penny with absolutely no mint mark, sharp strike quality, and most importantly, mint state condition. That means no scratches, no corrosion, no coffee stains. Sorry. Yes, that penny your cousin tried to superglue into a scrapbook, probably not the one. Coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC use a scale from 1 to 70. The closer to 70, the higher the value. One such 1975 no-mint penny-graded MS67 Plus recently sold for over $860,000 because it was nearly flawless. Now, here's where it hits home. Most of these coins are already in circulation, in boxes, attics, collections left behind by loved ones. And the number of known examples? Less than 10 that have been authenticated to this level. Over the last 15 years, the value of this particular coin has gone from a few thousand to hundreds of thousands. Why? Scarcity, demand, and the thrill of owning something no one else has. Imagine finding one, holding it, realizing that this forgotten piece of copper could unlock a future of financial freedom, vacations, debt-free living, or early retirement. All from a penny worth less than a stick of gum in 1975. And what should you do if you find it? Let's get you ready. It's not just luck. It's about knowing what to look for. 1. The date must be 1975. 2. There must be no mint mark under the date. 3. The coin should be in excellent condition, ideally shiny, with clear details and minimal wear. If you think you've found a match, send it to a professional grading company. The investment? Around $50 to $150. The payoff? Potentially 6 figures or more. Even if your coin isn't the $860,000 version, similar no-mint pennies in decent condition are fetching $5,000 to $15,000 regularly at auctions and on collector sites. So maybe it won't buy you a mansion, but it might just cover that new kitchen remodel you've been putting off since 2004. The time to act is now. These coins are vanishing into private collections, and once they're gone, they're gone. So, what's sitting in your drawer? Could your forgotten penny be your unexpected fortune? Conclusion and call to action: 9:30, 10:00 Start looking. Ask family. Check your piggy banks, old jars, even pocket change. The journey to wealth doesn't always start with $1 million deal. Sometimes, it starts with a penny. What if I told you that the dusty jar of pennies sitting on your kitchen counter could hold a coin worth over $960,000? Not a joke, not a myth, but a real, verified U.S. penny from 1976 with a Denver mint mark. That's changed lives. Ordinary people just like you are discovering they're sitting on hidden treasures, and they had no idea until it was almost too late. Now, before you dump your piggy bank on the kitchen floor, stick around. You might miss the difference between a life-changing penny and a trip to the Coinstar machine. Let's rewind to 1976, America's bicentennial, a time of celebration, patriotism, and quietly one of the most underrated coin mints in U.S. history. The 1976 D Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, was supposed to be just another coin in circulation, billions made, ordinary copper-plated zinc. Nothing special, right? Wrong. Out of those billions, a few escaped the mint with unusual errors, near-flawless condition, or incredibly rare die varieties, and these are now worth hundreds of thousands, with one topping $960,000 at auction. But what makes your 1976 D penny potentially life-changing? We'll break that down in just a moment. Here's what you need to look for on your 1976 D penny. These coins have no scratches, no circulation marks, perfect mint luster. Collectors and auction houses go wild for them. Think of it as the mint condition muscle car of the coin world, flawless and stunning. Rare errors we read talking about. Double die obverse. Look closely at the lettering and date. Are they doubled? Off-center strikes clipped, planchets repunched, mint marks, RPMs. Each of these increases rarity and value exponentially. Copper composition. Most 1976 pennies were made with 95% copper, but a rare few were accidentally struck on transitional or foreign planchets, making them extremely collectible. Ever wonder why a tiny mint mark can mean the difference between a penny and a Porsche? Strange, right? The truth is, coin collectors are willing to pay top dollar for perfection and rarity, and that's where your 1976 D penny could become your passport to financial freedom. Imagine this. You're in your 50s or 60s. Maybe you've worked hard all your life. Maybe retirement feels a little out of reach. Maybe you dream of traveling, starting a business, helping your kids, or just having peace of mind. Now imagine finding out that a penny in your junk drawer is worth over $900,000. That's not a fantasy. This happened before. And it's happening right now for people paying attention. Most people throw them away, or worse. They sell them for a few dollars to someone who flips them for a fortune. Don't be that person. Pull out your 1976 D pennies. Use a magnifying glass and check for errors. Get it graded by a professional, PCGS or NGC. Reach out to reputable auction houses or dealers. Negotiate with confidence. And there's one secret strategy sellers are using right now to increase the final auction price by up to 40%. I'll tell you what that is in just a second. You don't need to win the lottery, you just need to recognize opportunity and take action. Because if you're holding on to a 1976 D Lincoln penny, you could already be sitting on $1 million future. What if your junk drawer holds the key to a wealthy retirement, your dream home, or paying off every debt you've ever had? Let's rewind the clock to 1979. The Bee Gees ruled the airwaves. Jimmy Carter was in the White House, and the Denver Mint quietly produced millions of Lincoln cents, just like every other year. But tucked among them was something different, something extraordinary. The 1979 D Lincoln penny. D for Denver. To most, just another coin. To collectors, a rare gem that's now worth nearly $1 million under the right conditions. Now, before you run to flip your couch cushions looking for change, let's ask the $1 million question. What makes this penny so valuable? The secret lies in minting errors and rare variations. Some 1979 D Lincoln cents were struck on bronze planchets left over from the previous decade. Others show incredible doubling or off-center strikes. These mistakes, what the mint calls errors, are exactly what collectors are willing to pay insane amounts of money for. You find one penny in your change jar. You squint. You see that D mint mark. You take a closer look, and boom, you've just found a coin that could make you more money than your 9-to-5 job ever will. But here's the thing. Most people throw these coins away, not knowing what they're worth. Yes, someone once used a $100,000 coin to pay for gum. That's the most expensive bubble in history. So how do you know if your 1979 D penny is the jackpot or just copper clutter? Stick around, because in the next 2 minutes, I'll walk you through the exact checklist collectors use, and it could change your life. First, flip that penny and check for the D mint mark, right under the year. Got it? Good. Now look at the coin's weight. Rare ones from 1979 struck on bronze planchets weigh 3.1 grams. A regular penny? 2.5 grams. Next, inspect for die errors, like doubling in Lincoln's profile or strange rim shapes. These are the secret signs your coin could be worth hundreds of thousands. Now here's the urgent part. The market for rare coins is hot. Just last year, a 1979 D penny sold at auction for $960,000. That's not a typo. That's the actual number. And there's only one thing rarer than the coin itself: knowing what to do when you find it. Don't list it on eBay. Don't bring it to a pawn shop. You need to have it graded and authenticated by a reputable agency, like PCGS or NGC. And then, connect with a certified numismatic auctioneer. That's how million-dollar deals happen. But wait, what if you don't have a 1979 D penny? What if you have another coin? Even rarer, even more valuable. In our next video, we'll reveal the top 5 sleeper coins hiding in America's pockets right now. You won't believe number 3. So before you toss that jar of change or cash in your piggy bank, remember, one coin can change your life. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because every week, we uncover the secrets that turn pocket change into generational wealth. Got a strange-looking penny? Drop a comment or upload a photo. We're spotlighting real viewer coins in future episodes. What if I told you that a single penny, just 1 cent, could be the key to your financial freedom? Yes, a 1982 Lincoln penny with a tiny D mint mark, struck in Denver, is currently valued at $670,000 on the private market, and some experts believe its worth could rise into the millions. And here's the kicker. You might already have it could be sitting in a jar, a drawer, or even in your car's cup holder. So before you toss that old change or cash in that coin jar, you need to hear this. Story.in 1982. The U.S. Mint made a historic change. The Lincoln penny went through a dramatic transformation from 95% copper to a cheaper zinc core with a copper coating. But during that chaotic shift, something strange happened. Multiple variations of the 1982 penny were minted, different weights, different compositions, even subtle differences in lettering, and among them, the rarest and most mysterious of all, the 1982 D small date copper penny. Only a few of these coins are known to exist, and one of them sold for $18,000 over a decade ago. Fast forward to today. A pristine example is valued at $670,000. Let that sink in. Think about how many times you've bent down to pick up a penny. Ever thought it might be like scooping up a lottery ticket? If I had a penny for every penny I ignored, I'd probably have, well, $5. But what if one of them was worth $500,000? Let me introduce you to James, a retired postal worker in Ohio. He found a rare penny while helping his grandson with a school coin project. He didn't think much of it until he weighed it. The scale read 3.11 grams, heavier than the typical zinc pennies of the era. Turns out, James had stumbled upon a 1982 D small date copper penny. After authentication, he received an offer for $280,000. He didn't take it. Why? Because multiple collectors were already buzzing. One offer even reached $500,000. That same coin is appraised at over $670,000. Now James lives in Florida, debt-free, traveling with his wife, all because of a penny. What would financial freedom mean for you? No more mortgage. No more credit card stress. No more living paycheck to paycheck. Instead, beach houses, time freedom, and living life on your terms. What's more valuable, a shiny new Tesla or a rusty old penny from 1982? Hint, the Tesla depreciates. The penny? It appreciates hard. Okay, here's the part you've been waiting for. How can you find out if you own this ultra-rare coin? Let's break it down. 1982 easy. Check your coin. If it says 1982, keep it. Find the mint mark. You want a small D right below the year. That means it was minted in Denver. Small date versus large date. Here's the tricky part. Small date 1982 pennies have a more delicate font. The 2 is curved differently, and the 8 is more balanced. Compare it to another 1982 penny. See if there's a visual difference. Weigh it. This is crucial. A copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. Just 2.5 grams. Use a jewelry or digital gram scale, They're cheap, under $10. If your 1982D small date penny weighs 3.11 grams, you might be holding a $670,000 coin. But here's the danger. If you go to your local coin dealer unprepared, you might get offered $50, if that. They may not even know what they're looking at. Time is critical. The market for rare pennies is heating up fast. Collectors and investors are snatching up rare coins as assets. Once they're gone. So, do you have the $1 million penny? Check. Wait. Compare. And if you think you do, get it authenticated immediately. How to sell your rare penny without getting scammed. Top 3 mistakes to avoid. You don't want to miss it. Subscribe, hit that bell, and dig through your coins. Because your new life might just start with a single cent. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, a humble 1-cent coin, could be worth more than a Lamborghini? Would you believe me if I said one rare coin from 1986 recently sold for over $560,000 and could be sitting unnoticed in your kitchen drawer right now? Let's be honest. Most of us wouldn't bend over to pick up a penny. But after this video, you just might start checking the sidewalk like a detective on a treasure hunt. The year was 1986. Ronald Reagan was president. Top Gun was flying high in theaters. And somewhere in the bustling U.S. mint system, a once-in-a-lifetime error slipped through the cracks. You see, most pennies struck in 1986 at the Philadelphia Mint carry no mint mark. That's normal. But here's the twist. In that same year, a small batch of Lincoln cents was struck without a mint mark. Asterisk, but with subtle features that suggest they were meant for Denver or San Francisco. This anomaly created one of the most valuable modern coin mistakes in American history. And here's the kicker, only a handful have ever been found. What if one of them is in your possession? A man in Ohio sold his attic collection and found this exact penny. Now he lives mortgage-free. Another woman inherited her grandfather's coin jar and turned it into 6 figures. It's not just a penny. It's a passport to financial freedom. But only if you know what to look for. Alright, let's get specific. If you have a 1986 Lincoln penny, here's exactly what you need to check for. Seems normal, right? But look closer. The high-value versions are struck cleanly with full rims and bold lettering. Some of these rarities display a deep, rich copper-red patina. These are extremely desirable. Watch for doubling on the words Liberty or In God We Trust. That's a massive multiplier in value. And if you're wondering, wait, how do I actually spot doubling? Don't worry, you won't need a NASA telescope. A simple jeweler's loupe will do the trick. You're sitting at the kitchen table. You pull out an old coin jar from 20 years ago. You squint at a faded penny, and your heart skips a beat. No mint mark. Doubling, full strike. Could it be? We'll reveal how to authenticate this penny shortly, but first, let's talk numbers. In 2023. A verified 1986 no mint mark penny with doubling and a pristine grade sold at auction $4,560,000. That's right, from 1 cent to over $500,000. It's exploding. With inflation rising, investors are diversifying into rare coins like never before. What used to be a hobby is now a booming alternative asset class. The longer you wait, the more these rare coins are being snatched up by private collectors, never to hit the open market again. You don't need to be a numismatist to cash in. You just need the right steps. Examine your coins carefully. Get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Reach out to auction houses or trusted dealers. Never sell blindly. Think of it like the Antiques Roadshow. But instead of a dusty vase, it's the penny you nearly vacuumed up last week. And for those wondering, what if I find one? What's next? In just a moment, I'll walk you through the step-by-step roadmap to sell your coin safely and get top dollar. You've spent years working hard, raising families, making ends meet. It's time your money started working for you. That dusty coin jar on your shelf could be your early retirement plan. That penny in your glove compartment could pay for your dream vacation or a down payment on a new home. Go check your coins. Look for the 1986 Lincoln penny with NO mint mark and compare it to what you saw here today. Like this video if you learned something new. Subscribe for more rare coin breakdowns. And in the comments, tell us what treasures you found. In the next video, we're revealing the top 3 modern pennies worth over $1 million. You won't believe number 2. Would you believe me if I told you that a single penny, yes, 1 cent, could be your ticket to a $760,000 payday. Wait, don't roll your eyes just yet, because this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's real, it's rare, and it might just be sitting in your change jar right now. There's a coin that's quietly causing a stir in the numismatic world. The 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. To the untrained eye, it looks like pocket change. But to the right collector, it's worth nearly $750,000. And its value is only going up. So why is this penny so special? And how do you know if you have one? Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact signs to look for, the story behind its value, and how you could turn an overlooked coin into generational wealth. Let's rewind to 1988. Ronald Reagan had just left office. CDs were the future, and at the US Mint, someone made a mistake. A small batch of pennies left the Philadelphia Mint, but they were missing something crucial, a mint mark. Normally, every coin has a small letter stamped under the year, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and nothing if it's from Philly. But here's the twist. These 1988 pennies had a die from a completely different year, 1989. That's like printing a 2025 car with 2024 parts. You'd notice. Collectors did. Cut to close-up of penny detail. Show where the mint mark should be. That microscopic detail, the reverse of the penny using the wrong design, turned a regular coin into a hidden gem. Now here's the part where it gets exciting and a little bit life-changing. One of these pennies was verified by experts. Grade MS-63. Almost flawless. And guess what? It recently sold for a mind-blowing $760,000 at auction. Yep, that's $759,999, more than the gum it got stuck to back in the 90s. Imagine holding that kind of value in your pocket for decades and not even knowing it. That's the reality for dozens of Americans right now. And we haven't even talked about the hidden batch, the ones that haven't surfaced yet. Could yours be one of them? Here's how you check if your 1988 penny is the million-dollar mistake. Flip the penny. Look under the year. No mint mark? Good sign. Inspect the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial. Does the G in FG, the designer's initials, touch the building? That's the error. Use a jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass. Details matter. Compare with verified examples. Sites like PCGS or NGC are great references. Get it graded. That's where value skyrockets. This penny isn't rare forever. As more people discover them, the market shifts. Early sellers win big. Late ones, well, they watch their millions shrink to thousands. I've seen families pay off debt with one coin, retire early, start businesses, buy homes, all from finding one extraordinary penny in an ordinary drawer. You've worked hard your whole life. Don't let something this valuable slip by. So did the guy who found his in a sock drawer. Somewhere out there, another 1988 no-mint mark penny is waiting to be found. Maybe it's in your home. Maybe it's already in your pocket. Will you be the one to find it? Or will someone else cash in while you wonder what could have been? Check your change today. Share this video with someone who might have old coins in jars or drawers. And if you're ready to sell and live the lifestyle you deserve, subscribe now because we reveal high-value coin finds like this every week. Your next opportunity could be one penny away. There's a penny, yes, a regular-looking Lincoln penny, that could be worth more than your house, more than your retirement fund, and it's hiding in plain sight. One of these pennies, minted in Denver in 1993, recently sold for a jaw-dropping $760,000. And rumor has it, some versions of this coin are valued in the millions. Makes you want to dump out the couch cushions right now, doesn't it? The 1993 D. Lincoln penny was never meant to be extraordinary. It was supposed to be just another cent, mass-produced, often ignored, and frequently lost under car seats. But here's where the story takes a sharp left turn. A select few of these pennies were struck with a rare mint error. So rare that even seasoned collectors didn't notice them at first. But when they did, the numismatic world lit up like fireworks. You see, this coin became legendary not just because of its rarity, but because of what it represents. A gateway to instant wealth hiding in plain sight. And here's the scary part. You may have had one. You may still have one. But the clock is ticking. So what makes the 1993 D penny so valuable? It comes down to three words: die-error rarity. Collectors and auction houses look for specific signs, double strikes, copper composition anomalies, and misaligned mint marks. One verified error penny changed hands at an auction house in early 2024 for $760,000. Would you know how to spot one if it was right in front of you? Or would you mistake it for pocket change and buy a cup of coffee with your retirement plan? Here's the catch and the opportunity. Most people don't know what to look for, but you will. We've seen coins with minor minting flaws from the 90s go for 5 to 10 times the original appraisals in the last 12 months. The market is exploding. And with inflation rising, economic uncertainty creeping in, and gold and collectibles seeing record-high bids, the time to act is now. Imagine waking up tomorrow knowing that one small decision, checking your change jar or old coin collection, set your life on a new trajectory. But before you cash in, there are 3 critical steps you must take to avoid being scammed or undervaluing your treasure. And if you miss even one, you could lose tens of thousands of dollars. In our next video, we'll show you exactly how to get your coin authenticated, how to choose the right buyer or auction house, and how to maximize your payday. But for now, go check your coins. Seriously, that dusty jar in your kitchen drawer might just be your first-class ticket to a millionaire lifestyle. And if your spouse gives you a weird look while you're digging through pennies, just smile and say, "I'm working on our retirement plan." If you're serious about turning old pennies into real wealth, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, because every week, we reveal the coins that change lives. Remember, wealth isn't always made. Sometimes, it's already in your pocket. You just need to know what to look for. What if I told you that a single penny sitting in your kitchen drawer could be worth nearly $1 million? But it's true. The 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is one of the most mysterious, rare, and shocking U.S. coins ever discovered. And its current market value? $960,000. So before you roll your eyes and say, "It's just a penny," remember, so was Bitcoin once. The 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, hidden fortune in plain sight. Imagine this. It's 1994. Gas is $1.11 a gallon. The Lion King just hit theaters. And in the hustle of daily transactions, a small copper penny slips into circulation. But this wasn't any ordinary penny. This one lacked something crucial: a mint mark. That tiny letter beneath the date that tells us where it was struck. Gone. While mint marks like D for Denver or S for San Francisco are common, a missing mint mark on a 1994 penny is almost unheard of. Only a handful of these have ever surfaced. Most people never realize they own one until it's too late. But how does a penny without a tiny letter end up commanding nearly $1 million at auction? Let's take a closer look. Here's the thing. Mint errors are nothing new, but some are priceless. The 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny wasn't just a fluke. It was a phantom. A ghost coin that slipped through the strict controls of the US Mint.it was supposed to be minted in Philadelphia. Normally, coins from there don't have a mint mark, except in certain years when they should. In 1994, no Lincoln cents were authorized to be minted without a mark. That's what makes this one so explosive. Imagine being the guy at the mint who missed that. Oops, dropped $1 million coin into circulation. My bad. Now, here's the part that should scare you. These rare coins are often spent at face value, lost in the shuffle. Someone somewhere might have used a $960,000 penny to buy a stick of gum. So how do you know if your penny is one of these unicorns? Let's talk condition. The $1 million criteria: 7 o'clock, 8:30 coin experts and grading services like PCGS and NGC are your gatekeepers to value. For the 1994 no-mint mark penny to reach its legendary status, it must meet specific criteria. No mint mark under the date struck in Philadelphia near perfect condition, MS67 or higher, and here's the kicker: there might be more out there, undiscovered. Because if it is, your life could change. Not in 10 years, but in a single auction. If you're over 30, you've likely held tens of thousands of pennies in your lifetime. What if one of them was the one? Check your jars. Dig into your old drawers. Ask your parents about their piggy banks. Because this isn't a fantasy. It's a wealth opportunity hiding in plain sight. Every day you wait, someone else is cashing in. Heck, maybe the kid next door just retired, and he doesn't even know it yet. Get your coins professionally evaluated. Visit a coin show. Contact a certified numismatist. Take action. Because one penny could unlock your dream lifestyle, the one where you're not just paying bills, but booking cruises, buying land, and leaving a legacy. So, do you have the 1994 no-mint mark penny in your home? Or did you unknowingly spend it on a coffee 20 years ago? Comment below with where you're checking first. Is it the old jar in the garage? Or that shoebox in your closet? And remember, the world's most valuable treasures are often the ones we ignore. We're diving deep into the world of rare pennies, and how one simple mistake by the US Mint turned this everyday coin into a millionaire's golden ticket. To understand how a 2007 penny became one of the most coveted coins in US history, we need to go back. 2007 wasn't a particularly memorable year in numismatics until something unusual surfaced. A few collectors began to notice a strange anomaly in their 2007 Lincoln cents. At first glance, it looked like a regular penny, but upon closer inspection, it had misaligned dies, doubling on Lincoln's eye, and here's the kicker, an experimental composition never meant for circulation. A coin that wasn't supposed to exist. Basically, it's the mutant X-Men of the penny world. And just like Wolverine, it's made of metal and wildly misunderstood. Numismatists believe this particular 2007 penny was struck on a foreign planchet, possibly zinc-coated steel, or a transitional alloy. A minting oops that turned into a jackpot for whoever finds it. And here's where it gets really exciting. Only a few are known to exist. Which means if you've got one, you're part of a very exclusive club. But how do you know if your penny is the one? Don't go digging just yet. First, you need to know what to look for, or you could accidentally give away a fortune for face value. Alright, let's talk brass tacks. Here are the exact characteristics to spot a valuable 2007 penny. Clear D for Denver 2.5 G or less equals aluminum/zinc anomaly could indicate steel core doubling, off-center strikes, ghostly images pale, silverish tint rather than copper red. If your penny checks any of these boxes, do not clean it. Don't even blink at it the wrong way. Instead, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. That's your golden ticket. Because right now, a graded MS-68 2007 era penny is valued at $570,000. And with demand rising, experts predict it may reach or exceed $1 million within the next 5 years. Let me ask you something. How would your life change if you woke up tomorrow and realized your coin jar held $1 million? Help your kids with college? Pay off the mortgage? This isn't just a coin. It's a doorway to the life you've always dreamed of. Now here's the twist. There are rumors swirling that an undiscovered batch of these coins may still be out there, sitting in old rolls, hiding in plain sight, maybe in your hands. Go check your pennies. That small cent could be your big break. And if you find something, don't wait. Hit subscribe right now, drop a comment, and let us help you get it graded and sold. We've got more rare coin breakdowns, expert interviews, and insider auction tips coming every week. Because the world doesn't reward the lucky, it rewards the prepared. Imagine finding a single penny in your junk drawer and discovering it's worth over $760,000. Sound like fantasy? It's not. This is the 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent coin, and it could be sitting in your home right now, forgotten, ignored, gathering dust. In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you exactly why this specific penny is changing lives, and how you could sell one for more than the cost of an entire house. Because let's face it, who doesn't want to turn a penny into a penthouse? It all started in 2013. Just another year, just another coin. Or so we thought. The US Mint released billions of Lincoln cents. But a very small number, and I mean incredibly small, left the facility without a mint mark. That's right, no D for Denver. No P for Philadelphia. Nothing at all. It's a holy grail. A fluke. A glitch in the matrix. And here's the kicker. One of these coins sold at a private auction for over $760,000. Yes, $760,000 for one penny. Now take a deep breath and go check your piggy bank. Don't worry, you won't be charged for piggy bank damage. So what makes this unassuming coin worth more than most luxury cars? The rarity, the 2013 Lincoln cent should always have a mint mark. The no mint mark version? It was likely a rare minting error, making it extremely scarce. Collectors call these transitional errors. That means it was struck with outdated dies or equipment from a previous year. And rarity, my friends, is the golden ticket in coin collecting. Condition is everything. Only a few 2013 no mint mark pennies have been found in MS67 grade or higher. That's near perfect condition. Combine that with the error, jackpot. Think your coin looks shiny? Well, unless it's been sleeping in a silk pillow, you may want a professional to grade it. No, putting it in the freezer or scrubbing it with toothpaste won't make it mint condition. Don't try it. Timing and demand coin markets are red hot right now. Collectors aged 40 to 70 are pouring millions into rare coin investments as inflation hedges. What used to be just a hobby has turned into a serious wealth-building machine. And as demand surges, so does value. What's rare today becomes priceless tomorrow. But how do you know if you actually have one of these fortune-changing pennies? And where do you even sell it? Stay with me, because the next step is where things really get exciting and dangerous if you make a mistake. If you're still watching, you're probably wondering, okay, so how do I know if I have it? And what do I do next? Examine your penny, pull out your 2013 Lincoln pennies, flip them over, check under the year. If there's no mint mark, congratulations. You may be holding something extraordinary. But don't start calling buyers just yet. Get it authenticated. Send your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Do not try to clean or polish it. That can drop the value by tens of thousands. Understand the market. The rare coin market is filled with legit collectors and shady scammers. List your coin on trusted platforms like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or work with a reputable coin dealer. Selling your coin to a local pawn shop for $5. It's like trading a Ferrari for a bus pass. Use your fortune wisely. If you do land a six-figure offer, ask yourself, how would you use it? Because this isn't just about finding a penny. It's about changing your life. Every millionaire story starts with a moment. Maybe this is yours. Maybe the coin that changes your life is already in your pocket. So here's what I want you to do right now. Subscribe to this channel for more rare coin alerts. Hit the like button if you learned something valuable. And drop a comment if you think you might have one of these elusive 2013 no mint mark Lincoln pennies. Because you never know who might be sitting on a gold mine and doesn't even know it yet.